Fines, cautions, reprimands, warnings, and other non-custodial sentences, and how this may impact your British citizenship applications. Hello, my dearest friends. Svetlana Shlapak, the founder of UKVisaSuccess.com is here. Just to be clear, there are a number of British citizenship applications which you can make, and in this particular video I'm concentrating only on the naturalization applications on the 3-year route and the 5-year route. The 3-year route is when you are married to a British citizen, and the 5-year route is when you would like to get your British citizenship on all other grounds. And over some time I've noticed, guys, that you are struggling with meeting or understanding various elements of British citizenship applications. And as you may know, the British naturalization applications have a number of elements. To be precise, with the 3-year route, you will need to meet 9 requirements, and with the 5-year route, it will be 10 requirements. Irrespective of which route you would like to follow, you will still need to meet the good character requirements. And I've noticed that you are struggling to understand what this means. And also I know that statistically there are a number of refusals because of the failure to meet this particular elements of the naturalization application, and there is absolutely no need for this. This good character requirement is a very straightforward one. The only challenge with this is that it is a very vast topic. So what I decided to do, I decided to create a number of videos explaining various aspects of these particular elements of the British citizenship application. So here's what we are going to discuss in today's video.
Okay, in this video, first of all, I'll explain the legal meaning of fines, penalty charges, penalty notices, cautions, warnings, reprimands, and civil orders, and then I'll explain how they may impact the outcome of your naturalization application. And if you'd like to know more about the 3-year route and the 5-year route naturalization applications, you are welcome to visit this site at ukVisaSuccess.com/BC and request more information. It's completely free. It will be yours within the next 60 seconds of your request. According to the Home Office guidance, a fine accounts as a criminal conviction and forms a part of the criminal records. For this reason, you'll need to declare it when you have it and when you make your naturalization application. Guys, you should also be aware that unfortunately your naturalization application may be refused if you had a fine within the last 3 years of making your naturalization application. If you had fines which are older than 3 years, you may still fail the good character requirements, which will result in the refusal of the application. And this may commonly happen when you have multiple fines which show the pattern of offending. What about fixed penalty notices, penalty charge notices, and penalty notices? To answer this question, let us first of all define what they are. All these notices are given by the police or other authorized enforcement officers for violation of traffic, environmental or civil rules. This is how the criminal justice deals with fairly minor offenses without the need for a person to have a court hearing. Unlike fines, fixed penalty notices, penalty charge notices, and penalty notices for disorder does not form a part of a criminal conviction. And for this reason, it is highly unlikely that the Home Office will refuse your application because you have a fixed penalty notice. It is unless you have failed to pay your notice or you have unsuccessfully challenged the notice, and as a result the subsequent criminal proceedings resulted in a conviction. If this happens, then the Home Office will treat this offence depending on the sentence which the court imposed. Also, there is important note to point here. The decision maker may refuse your naturalization application on the grounds of failing to meet the good character requirements if you received multiple fixed penalty notices over a short period of time. As in these circumstances, the Secretary of State may decide that you have demonstrated a disregard for the law, which is one of the red flags for meeting the good character requirements. Now, let us have a look at cautions, warnings, and reprimands. What are these and how they may impact the outcome of your naturalization application? Cautions are given to anyone aged 10 or over for minor crimes. For example, writing a graffiti on a bus shelter. You have to admit to an offense and agree to be cautioned. You can be arrested and charged if you do not agree. A caution is not a criminal offense, but it could be used as evidence of bad character if you go to court for another crime. Cautions can show also if someone makes a standards or enhanced disclosure and bearing service checks. There are two types of cautions, simple and conditional. A simple caution is a formal warning that may be given by the police to persons aged 18 and over who admit to committing an offense. The simple caution scheme is designed to provide a means of dealing with a low level, mainly first time offending without persecution. When you have a conditional caution, you have to stick to certain rules and restrictions as part of a conditional caution. For example, going for treatment for drug abuse or fixing damage to a property, and you could be charged with a criminal offense if you do not stick to the condition. Okay, what about reprimands and warnings? They don't exist anymore in legal terms. However, from 1998 to 2013 in the UK, young people aged 10 to 17 could receive a reprimand provided they had not previously been given a reprimand or a final warning or been found guilty at court. A reprimand was a formal verbal warning given by a police officer to a young person who admitted they are guilty of a minor first offense. The police passed on the details to the local young offending team on those young people given a reprimand. Sometimes the young person would be referred to the young offending team to take part in a voluntary program to help them address their offending behavior. However, after 2013, these reprimands and warnings are now called youth cautions. They mean the same thing, but the term which the police uses is now different. You can still have reprimands and police warnings if you got them before 8th of April 2013. Reprimand and the final warning are non-custodial sentences. The Home Office will treat them in the same way as a caution for the purposes of assessing the good character requirements. Even where you did not have a caution, warning or reprimand within the last 3 years, the decision maker may still refuse the application on a good character grounds. If you have multiple offences of this nature, this can show a pattern of offending. Civil orders. There may be various types of civil orders which the criminal or civil courts use to regulate a personal behavior. Generally, having such an order does not in itself result in a conviction. However, it may have an impact on the good character requirement assessments of the British citizenship application, so you need to bear this in mind. Usually the outcome of this assessment should be in your favor if you haven't violated or broken the civil order and there were criminal proceedings as a result, or where you received an order or orders which would suggest a pattern of a behavior that calls into action the good character, or there are other factors which may suggest that the individual is not of good character. In cases where a person has violated or broken the civil orders and there were criminal proceedings as a result, the Home Office considers this as a conviction and assesses it in line with the new sentence imposed. And this is it, my friends. This is all we wanted to discuss in today's video. Once again, I would like to remind you that if you'd like to know more about the naturalization applications, you are very welcome to request this information at ukvisasuccess.com/BC, which stands for British Citizenship. The information will be in your inbox within the next 60 seconds. And also, you can visit this page, ukvisasuccess.com/more, where you can find various free resources explaining various immigration rules and providing more information on the area of your interest. And you can also subscribe to our newsletter, ukvisasuccess.com/newsletter, and become a part of our very fast growing ukvisasuccess.com community, where I send information which is exclusive to the members of ukvisasuccess.com club, where I send invitations to various free online masterclasses explaining aspects of immigration law. And also I've created a podcast answering frequently asked questions. Have an amazing week, guys.